A Zen teacher and his student were traveling together. They came near a river with a strong current. They saw a young and beautiful woman also trying to cross the river. She struggled as the current was too strong for her. She asked the two monks for help to cross the river. The monks looked at each other as they have taken a vow of celibacy and not to touch a woman in their life. Then, without a word, the Zen teacher picked up the woman, carried her across the river, left her on the other side, and carried on his journey. Now, the student couldn't believe what has just happened. He joined his teacher and they walked together without uttering a word. The student could not contain himself anymore and asked his teacher, "Sir, as monks, aren't we supposed to not touch women? How could you carry that woman on your shoulders?" The teacher looked at him and replied, "I dropped her on the other side of the river, but why are you still carrying her?" This simple but powerful story has a beautiful message of living in the present. We often carry around our past worries, resentments, when the only person we are hurting is ourselves. Hello and welcome to the latest episode of your favorite podcast, the Mostly Paperback Show, with me, Bangalore Sundar. Today, I'm going to talk about a beautiful book called The Inner Game of Tennis by Timothy Gallwey. It was 30th October 1974, the famous rumble in the jungle between the formidable George Foreman and the immortal Muhammad Ali. Ali was 32, was slower and clearly the underdog. Foreman was in his prime. He was an aggressive and hard hitter. Before the fight, Ali delivered his speech on his preparation. "I done wrestled with alligator. I done tussled with a whale. Handcuffed lightning, thrown thunder to jail. Only last week I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick." After the first round of the fight, Ali taunted Foreman. "Is that all you got, George?" This aggravated Foreman, and in the process he got tired and lost the fight to Ali. After the fight, Foreman said, "Muhammad out-thought me and out-fought me." So, the game is not just played on the field, but on the mind as well. Even the greatest of the players lose their poise, their cool, leading to losing the cup or the tournament. So, how to play this inner game better? So we are well equipped to play the outer game. Timothy Gallwey has the answer to this question. Mr. Gallwey, a tennis player and a coach, observed players and witnessed endless dialogues that the players have with themselves. Conversations like, "Play this way, that was a bad shot, keep your eye on the ball," etc. A constant barrage of command and criticism. Gallwey calls the conscious self, self one, and the unconscious automatic self, self two. He says that self one doesn't think, self two hears well, has a short memory, or is plain stupid. However, the truth is, self two, our unconscious mind and nervous system, hears everything, never forgets anything, and is anything but stupid. It is the thesis of this book that neither mastery or satisfaction can be found in the playing of any game without giving some attention to the relatively neglected skills of the inner game. This is the game that takes place in the mind of the player, and it is played against such obstacles as lapses in concentration, nervousness, self-doubt, and self-condemnation. There is this Chinese idiom called